Hola, brothers. Good afternoon. So we will talk about the allegory of the cave. So before that, let us talk about the summary of the allegory of the cave. So do you have any insights or any ideas about the allegory of the cave?
So, Allegory of the Cave, as we remember, it is all about a prisoner inside a cave ihikot ito sa chain. And the only thing that he can see is the wall and in the shadows of the things behind him na mag-reflect or mag-flash diya sa wall. Moto, na-time po na one time na kaning prisoner, one of these prisoners nakagawa sa cave, and dyan ito ba?
He was able to see the kaayat or the sun and the beauty of the nature. Pero at first, he was blinded by the light kay nabaguhan pa siya. So, bali ang summary sa Allegory of the Cave was Plato is trying to make us understand that we see shadows and not the real thing. Thus, the main theme of the allegory of the cave is that we are ignorant about the true nature of reality. So, are there any experiences or nga ma-relate sa atuang sa atuang kaugalingon?
So, the question goes, how are like prisoners, or maybe in our personal experiences, or as what, or observed, what have you observed in these present times?
So, I guess will be the one to start this conversation about the allegory of the cave. So, in my experience, I was like the prisoner in a cave. Bali, my own imprisonment was my fear. I was imprisoned by my fear. I wasn't able to do the things that I wanted to do because I was bound by my fear. I wasn't able to grow as a true person. Nagpabilin rabit ako sa akong kaugalingon niya siya in a sense na I want to sa ako lang bitong di ko daton ganang sa imong area lang bitong feel na safe ka bitong comfort zone, yes, that one. Dito ako sa akong comfort zone, and then so itong nakapahugong sa ako ang mag-grow. Pero as I enter in the seminary na who aspire to become a priest, I try to slowly go out of my own shell. And as I remember, and sa PY Patak, I was able to write a poem about my experience, my feelings sa akong mga kalisod. So, this threshold na published last year, luckily I was one of those seminarians nga na-appeal diri sa libro. And I want to read this poem that I made to you guys, if you will allow me.
I allow.
So the title of the poem that I wrote was Uncover. So it goes like this. Imprisoned by my own conscience, unable to do the things being wanted, like a bird in a cage who can't move freely, afraid to gamble and commit mistakes, always in the corner of the room, at the back of the crowd, don't want to be noticed, crippled by fear and led to shame, afraid to take risks and don't want to be hassled. The shell is always closed, open to no one, wandering to its small world in its own, don't want to be distracted and disturbed, but when he knocks, the door opens slowly. The stone heart becomes soft and humble, and the will to live is alive again, open for new things and changes, and life has new meaning and purpose. Life started to flourish and bloom like a flower, as guided by the man who knocks. Life was not the same as before, for it is not afraid because of him. He thought to live and to be human again. Caring and loving for others is what it gains. Selfless and sensitive heart it attains, for he becomes my own king. So, sa kanina po, it helps me to slowly mugawa sa akong shell. But I know nga change dili siya dali. Bali gradual process. I believe na in the future, the near future, will be able to hasa, to murag mabaid, to grow my capabilities, my talents, and by the kuan po sa atong mga formators guidance, I hope that I will be able to overcome my fears nga bali murag motoy sa ako, murag mo itong akong shadows na nagpabin ako muna itong reality. So, I hope na sa kanina itong formation din sa seminary, I will be able to build a self-confidence and to do my part as a future priest na makalingkawas sa akong mga shadows. Yes, that's it for now.
In the Allegory of the cave, I was related to the person who escaped and was able to see the reality itself, and it goes that he come back to the cave and spread to his what do we call that? Co-prisoners. Followers. Muna siya ang kuha, this is the reality, but suddenly wala siya tuwan. Just like me, my weakness is the shadow of my life is myself, afraid to fail, afraid to experience things, maybe siguro afraid to be judged by others, that siguro that someday that I'm imprisoned by my afraidness, that someday I'll be able to face and to overcome and face the reality that someday all my sacrifices will become my success and strength. Then that's all.
No, I agree with your both things. Maybe about imprisonment. So about you, Brother James, you said that you have been imprisoned by your own fear. Diba? So all of us, or some of us, can relate that at the start, no, at sa atong pagkabata, and lalo na atong kahadlok, diba? And kanang kahadlok, it stops our growth, siguro, in different aspects in our life, na sa atong pagtubo, na kaning ang fear, nasa two sides ba? At fear, kaning ang side, kaning fear, makatabang sa atong pag-growth. Okay, siguro, we learn how to handle na atong fear. So, makatabang siya sa atong pagtubo. And on the other hand, it also affects our growth siguro kung if we don't know how to manage our fear, how to handle our fear inside, diba? So, about the Brother Joshua, na kalimitong na-relate niyang iyang kinabuhi about sa katong prisoner na nakagawas. Ngayon ba ng tao, dili katukuhan, okay? Some people didn't believe, okay? kay wala sila kakita. Wala sila kita sa realidad. And to, after di ba sa The Allegory of the Cave, na-accuse din siya at katong nakagawas kay some say na kani siya, this person was crazy. Oh,
Yes.
crazy siya. Kaya katong mga co-prisoners niya, wala, hindi sila ka-relate. Okay? Di ka na-relate of what ang siya na-witness sa atong prisoner na kagawas. No? Sa akong experience sa mga bata and my sa imprisonment, hindi talk about imprisonment. So during my childhood days, as what I remember, no? Kitang sirutang ang experience na katong when we are young, kay kawan to sa itong mga ginikanan nga we are required to sleep every afternoon. Sa ako hindi ko ganang katulog, di ba? Okay, I just want to enjoy outside, playing with my cousins. And sa akong pagtuo, I believe that moment is mo itong reality. At kung sa atong pan, mo akong una-una pagkabata, akong mindset na sa akong pagkabata, nakatuna pang hitabo na ikatulog ko, afternoon, mo pa kong lifetime dito na kinabuhi, until sa akong kinabuhi, mo pa kong magtuo sa bata pa. It is, I believe that is the reality until the end of my life. No? So, as I grow up, kung gitubo, dili sa height, so as I grow up, as time goes by, I realize na katuna situation is not the reality here. It's just a shadow. Okay? Dili pa man fully developed pang akong unahuna at that time na wala ko kasabot ana. Okay? Kulang pa ko experience, di ba? So as time goes by, I realize na dili gid siya ang tinuod na reality, and I only to find out na it is my own self who holds my growth or holds my development. Okay? Maybe it's my personal desires or my personal experiences kana siya. My personal experiences mo ni ako mga negative experiences akong ginabuhi kaning dili na ko diretso dili to ko diretso makikawasan na panghitabo. And it's a challenge for me on how to get out in that situation. Example, until now, I still remember and still feel the pain that I felt when my father died. Diba? I witnessed how he died. So, until now, I can't even get out in that situation. I don't know how to handle kasi kay kulang pa ko experiences, and kana siya in some part of my life na-stop akong growth kay kani siya na pangitabo, kani siya na experiences naka-affect ito sa akong growth. Kay example, gusto na ko maka-recover na, gusto na ko maka-move on, and only to find out na my mind kay ka-think yapon na kanana yapon kay it affects all my existence. Siguro, it's a challenge for me na how to get out of the situation, and most na akong as of now, more sa reality na, di ba, nagiling nga na the greatest enemy first kaning immortal. It's my own self ang diapon. Siguro I can say nga nalahin ang akong mindset pag nako okay, because of the experiences na ako naagian, and sa akong balikon, it is my challenge on how to get out. As what we have said, Brother James, na how to get out from that shell, di ba? Okay, I know soon that the time will come na all of us makalikawas na ng situation if we let ourselves mutubo yun. Sa akong na-realize, no? It needs acceptance and openness kung sa akong experience, o openness sa other people kung sila na-experience. Kaya dili man siya kaning personal growth lang, di ba? Kung hindi mo lang ikip ang atong or akong na discover, di ba? Knowledge. So it is important sad na i-share kay para kita tanan makasabot bitaw, dili man na siya selfish na goal yun. Pero our goal is to one man, to see the reality kung sa ganyan tinuod o what is the truth of life. Yeah. So I think
As for me, is the allegory of the cave makes me realize about myself that the person who escaped the cave is the person who is really curious about the outside, the thing that ang image nga pagpunti niya makita is a shadow, and there is na more na outside sa cave nga dapat nga magkanta nga mag-explore o think outside the box kay tayong ato na yung kanta nga mas dagan na ato ang mas ma-experience nga kan sa gawas nga muna siya ang pananing nga punta o kanang dapat na mo taste mo take sa risk nga ato mag-discover new things to make us to improve ourselves and to gain more knowledge about the world around us, and to by all means to share our knowledge about what we know and discover around us.
So basically, murag ang ato ang mga shadows are our own fears nga makapa-hinder sa atong growth. So sa other aspects sa atong life in a present situation, what makes us imprisoned, or what makes us imprisoned in a way sa sa social media or sa mga informations nga atong naget sa atong surroundings. So I guess murag the thing that murag naka-imprison sa ato sa atong era or murag kwanta sa social media kayo
technologies.
So
and we spend our time in that lang example. Throughout the day, mas tako it has a big percentage na we always face or we always hold our gadgets, devices, and we spend it for how many hours. And I don't think that it can help to our growth. Dili ko siguro.
Somehow, kung nalanday murag a certain time nga mag-use lang murag taas daw kayo nga panahon yung sa murag sa tibok na lang natong adlaw puro lang tag gadgets. Pero sa informations nga atong nakuha sa social media,
there is some ways that we hear or we see fake news. It's like
fake news is very rampant nowadays.
We need to research carefully to avoid that
To validate information. So I can relate to that information that I get in the social media. As a first-timer voter, I experienced that baguhay lang na nahitabong na election. I wasn't able to choose the murag karapat dapat bitaw nga sa tawag gani president or candidate kay murag naglibog bitaw ko sa mga informations nga akong nakakuha sa social media because other person say so that this candidate is better, but the other person is much better because of his or her platforms or accomplishments nga nahita ko. Pero so that is the reason why I wasn't able to choose the better candidate because of the informations I get in the online. So murag mo na yung nakapa-imprison gyapon sa mga informations na akong nakuha personally sa social media. So we better check those information if those are valid, so that we cannot jump to conclusion or we can make any decision that will make us regret in the future. So basically, fake news is one that make us imprisoned.
So one thing sa one of the factors sa we are confused to choose leaders, di ba? I realized na mga candidates, I observed, kita siguro, I observed that the candidates of the elections
Candidates.
candidates. Candidates kanina daw, magpakita taho lang in times na period of time. So, we cannot justify na tinuod ba gini, it is kung shadow lang nila na ipakita niya sa politika in order to gain votes, di ba? To gain votes, kaning atong observer din sa atong country, ganito vote buying.
Yes.
Vote buying, di ba? Somehow, no? Kada sa atong observeran sa some people are being blind of that money, di ba? Kaya madali sila sa money. Kaya siguro kaning ilang targeton, their target is kaning marginalized people. Kaya they think sa siguro na dali na kayo sila mabira, dali na kayo sila matanian na bali mo siya paon.
So, other insights about the...
For me, I twice ran in the politics before. First is wala siya nadayon kay tubig wala sa gobyerno. Second is idagan ko pagkagawa ng SK Kagawad. And as I experience when you run or I run in politics, ang atong gituyuan is kanang power man yun instead of representing the voice of the many. Kana siya power and sometimes telling lies kana yun pagpuros mga bakak mga kwan mga plataporma. At the end of the day wala ginatuman para siya kung sa mo ang ginatuan ng barangay nagpuros mga bakak
Lies. It's a mere shadow, not the reality.
Sometimes kayo pa nagkatuman.
Okay, other insights about the illusions or the imprisonment
Nowadays.
on the social media or another platforms.
For me, social media is it is mabutang ato nga kwan siya na imo tawag slave or imo tawag na preso ta sa social media kay magdepende lagi apon kung sa atong paggamit. Kaya kung mag-scroll na ta sa Facebook dayon mutuon ta sa mga mga ipang-post sa uban nga kanin mo siya mo diretso ta mo mag-i-adapt na diretso ang information na validating kung tinuod ba ni o kung mo ba ni ang kangyot nga sakto kung ba niya siya kanang fake news lang gibuhat para dauton ang kanis nga tao o nga butang. Then para sa kuha nga dapat mas mas ipangkuhan ato nga ang insakto nga paggamit sa social media para mas maximize na to ang mga possibilities nga pwede nato mabuhat pwede mabuhat sa social media na sa in positive ways nga kaya
Also, murag nakakuan ka kayo yung ganina nga people are murag wearing daw kanang mask just to gain votes or to please other people. So murag I can relate somehow kay murag I wear mask too just to show to other people nga I'm fine but deep inside I'm not. So basically I hope that I will be able to overcome that. I hope that I will be able to show what inside of me nga katong the true me. Dili bitaw nga kanang pakitang tao lang. Pakitang tao in a sense nga kanang katalang even though I'm not okay, pero ang akong gina-project is I'm happy. So I guess that's what I'm kanang ako yung kadugang na about kanang illusion and shadow sa ako
So, we can observe many examples of many situations about illusions, imprisonments, diba? And one of our experiences, no, one of our insights is one of those, diba sir?
imprisonment. So
No, it is good to analyze, to reflect about Allegory of the cave. No? We can examine ourselves, we can examine our insights, our experiences that relate to that Allegory of the cave.
So to wrap up our all insights and discussion, first I hope that we're able to go out in our own cells or in our own shell or cage so that we can be para ma-explore nato tanan ng mga butang. And for our
thinking think outside the box. Diba?
yes, also for our own development man po ni dili naman sa imo kaugalingon, and you will be able to share what you have, dili lang nimo luomon.
Ito sa mo those person na mo receive sa knowledge from other people, it needs also openness and acceptance para all we can grow all together and until we can see the truth, diba? What is truth? Diba?
And also lastly, we should justify those informations we get in the social media, and so that we cannot make any mistake or error sa pag natong mga information natin na nakuha. I guess that's it. Any addition?
The truth will set us free.
Yeah. Ganito sa lalaki, boss. Okay, I think that's all.
Thank you.